introduce Marty Jones, the champion, just coming to the ring there. With the Union Jack following because he's the world mid-heavyweight champion at mid-heavyweights. Not bad for a British boy from Oldham. And over now to Brian Crabtree to introduce the main bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. Championship contest for the World Mid-Heavyweight Championship and belt. To be wrestled over 15 3-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout will decide the winner. Presenting, on my left in the blue corner, the challenger from Antigua, Caswell Martin. On my right, in the red corner, the world mid-heavyweight champion from Oldham in Lancashire, Marty Jones.
Thank you, Brian Crabtree, and to referee this main bout, Ken Joyce of Rushden, the former European welterweight title holder. The challenger, Caswell Martin from Antigua, West Indies, St. John's, the capital, at 14 stone 13, right on the button of the upper limit for this title. And the champion, of course, 14-12, Marty Jones, just 1 pound lighter than his challenger here this afternoon. Over this 15 3-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Mr. Ken Joyce.
Mr. Marty Jones, Mr. Caswell Martin, this is a World Championship match made over 15 3-minute rounds, and the count is such. You get 2 public warnings, and on the 3rd you automatically disqualification. I would like you to obey my instructions. I'd like you to shake hands, back to your corner, and may the best man win. Thank you.
Ken Joyce with his usual international bout, world heavyweight type bout pep talk. And here we go for the first of 15 3-minute rounds.
Round 1.
Marty Jones in his usual light blue trunks with a star on him, a couple of stars on him. Caswell Martin, as usual, beautifully kitted out in white gear. Ken Joyce, the 3rd man in the ring. And I don't think he'll have too many problems here. The question at the end of the 15 3-minute rounds is whether Marty Jones will still be the reigning world mid-heavyweight title holder. Minutes left in the first round. Naturally, both men are going to set their sights quite a bit here in these early rounds. Can't afford any silly mistakes to start with. Fine, Jones, but he's got caught in the arm lock. Tremendous physique, this Caswell Martin. Very, very fit man, very agile for a mid-heavyweight. Just a minute to go in the first. Still with the wrist lever. But Marty switched it very neatly on the somersault there. 30 seconds he's got to make something of it. Backhammer now, Marty. Knocking it off, backhammer into a hammerlock. Ten seconds. Marty in charge, but can't make anything out of it before the bell. Let's go and look at Marty Jones from Oldham, formerly of Chatherton, Manchester, a man who's stayed down in the 14-12 mark ever since he got that title, which he won, incidentally, with, over the Bobby Coco Gattani of France at the Fairfield Hall, Croydon, way back in November 1982. Marty Jones.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 13 rounds to go, no score. 2 falls, of course, or submissions to decide this bout for the world mid-heavyweight title and belt, held at the moment by Marty Jones. Marty Jones often offers a single finger interlock. In this case, Caswell Martin has taken it with his left hand. Both hands now. Double arm, Jones. Arm lock, Jones. Still the arm lock's there. Cas Martin a bit unlucky there. He tried to counter it with a reverse front headlock, but couldn't quite make it. Jones held on. He's going to try it again. Now, over the top on a head scissors, but won't do him much good. I don't think. No, the arm lock is still there. There's the reverse side headlock attempt again by Caswell Martin, but doesn't work. The arm lock is still held by Jones. And even after that, Jones has still got him. Just 1 minute left in the third round of 15. All the way over the top. This time he gets rid of the, but he gets back at the head scissors only temporarily, though beautifully out by Cas Martin now. Oh, some really hot stuff going on here now. Some great wrestling by two great craftsmen here. Seconds left, and it's Marty Jones on the attack with that rather slow, deliberate step over toe hold. But I'm afraid it won't do him too much good. His head's too near his opponent. He'll counter with headlocks from there. 8 seconds. Marty Jones, of course, his best known hold, his speciality these days is the famous power lock, a version of the Indian death lock, which is absolutely lethal if he gets that on. And I don't think I've ever seen him get it on properly without a submission being gained. I don't know whether he'll try it this afternoon. Let's see in the next 12 rounds.
Seconds away, round 5.
Round 5. 11 to go. No score. And for some reason, Ken Jones is stopping him. He says, too slippery with all that sweat. Let's get some of it off. We start round 5 now, proper. Whoops, he came in with a low butt very quickly from the back. Really surprised Marty. Taking his man down, but the ropes on the middle rope. Again, the finger interlock, both hands. Turn by Jones. Double wrist lock attempt. I think he's got it. Yes, there it is. But releases for the finger interlock again. Oh, yes. Typical Jones takes a breather while his man is in real trouble here. As long as he doesn't allow him to turn, he's all right. Nicely up, though, Martin. Oh, yes. The wrench rather than the posting came. Oh, yes, inside leg. Now, look at that weight move there by Jones. If Caswell Martin can get out of this, he's doing well. He's got a minute to do it. Oh, that's one way. Oh, no. I don't think you'd ever land that. Loose threat. Oh, a drop kick from the top. Perfectly legal. Martin was standing too close. Jones grin all over his face there. Takes his chance. Full Nelson now, Martin. Oh, but that's one of the great dangers of Martin. He can produce that butt to the temple very quickly. "15 seconds. Oh. Marty didn't even really bother now. There's the bell to end round 5. And let's take a look at Marty as he sits there and he goes back to his corner finally. Not as happy as he could be with the look of him because he's getting a lot of surprises from this fella, but still a sportsman. And he goes over to shake Caswell's hand. After third of the bout, 10 rounds to go. Can he hold that title, Marty Jones?
Seconds away, round 6.
Round 6, 10 to go. Not a sign of any score yet. In fact, I don't believe that Ken Joyce, the referee, has even counted a pinfall up to now. A couple of ones maybe, but not a 2, in my memory. Jones is coming out of this 6th round in a very different mood. Caswell Martin came out on the attack in the last 2 rounds. Jones has had enough of that. So he comes out trying to show him who's the master. Oh, yes. Jones came forward a little bit too early there. Caswell Martin waiting for him with a mule kick. Right in the face, checking the teeth. Oh, yes. Stay underneath this time. Hopped over the top. Beautiful trip. Nice trip by Caswell. Reverse double leg Nelson Caswell. And leaned back on a bridge. And that's Marty in trouble. And Caswell's got the first one. In just 1 minute, 20 seconds of round 6. The first one, the first fall to Caswell Martin.
In 1 minute, 20 seconds of round 6. The first fall of the contest to the challenger, Caswell Martin.
And what a beauty it was. And here we go with that all over again. Look the way Marty Jones goes underneath and then hops over the top. Caswell waiting for him with that trip. Follows up very quickly. Gets the feet under the shoulders. Over for a perfect double leg Nelson. There it is. The frozen move that ends up in the bridge. But perfect. Oh. And that's how Marty Jones did take him. Didn't even move him. But when he retaliates, his opponent moves a little more.
7, 8.
Well, he's got that foot tucked right into the back of his knee, so he can hold it there if he wants to for quite some time. Might be a painful thing, but it's not going to get him a score. He's got a minute to go to make something of it. And this looks awfully very nearly on the way to a power lock here. It isn't at the moment, but it could wind up as that. No, feet the wrong way round. I'm sure that Marty Jones must be thinking of trying that power lock. And I'm quite sure that Caswell Martin knows he's thinking about it. 30 seconds. And that double arm with a foot stroke there. Martin trying to turn into it. Can he do it? Can end up with a full Japanese stranglehold on either man, this. But he hasn't got time. Just 5 seconds. Oh, we have flying tackle, a beauty over the top, but it's Caswell. Oh, Caswell had the advantage there, but the bell went, and Marty Jones was glad to hear it. And Marty Jones looking over at the timekeeper right then with a big grin on his face. Thanks, pal. Caswell Martin, on the other hand, not so happy about that because he had a very distinct advantage as that bell went. In fact, it could have been a 2-0 win for him, which would have been quite an afternoon for the challenger.
Seconds away, round 8.
Eight rounds to go as we start the 8th. The challenger, Caswell Martin, still leading 1-4-0. Nice turn. He's often doing that. He gets out of a lot of troubles with it. Following it up with a good posting, and Caswell Martin comes too near too quick. Walks into the Jones right foot. And nice turn, and it's over the top cross press. And over the top again by Jones with a folding press and double knee there. He's got in. One each. In just 58 seconds, Jones is back in the match with an equalizing fall.
And 58 seconds of round 8. The equalizing fall to the right corner, Marty Jones.
And let's have another quick look at that equalizing fall by Jones. Look how it starts. Jones coming off the ropes, straight at him. Jones dodges aside, waits for him to pass, comes back over the top, and a folding press with both knees doing all the work there, and there's no chance for Marty to get up from that. One each. And there's the man who just got that equalizer. Round 9 coming up.
Seconds away, round 9.
Seven rounds to go. One fall each now. And this next score is really important. Can Marty Jones get it and hold on to his world mid-heavyweight belt? Or will we have a new champion at the end of this bout? in the shape of Caswell Martin from Antigua. Jones in trouble just from a hammerlock there. But Martin still got it on despite that counter. Still the back hammer on, even though the hammer lock's gone. Jones was thinking of reaching out for that bottom rope there, but stops himself even then. He'd rather wrestle his way out if he can. Not for him, they're getting the break that way. Oh yes, dangerous. And they both are. But Caswell Martin in quick. Very neat move by both. Just a minute to go in the ninth. Oh, beautiful trip again by Caswell Martin. This is the way he got the first fall. But this time, Marty Jones gets him off quite easily. And it's Jones over the top on a cross press now. Referee underneath there. Count of 2. Caswell Martin nearly in trouble then. Just saves it. Still 1 fall each. Oh, what a bout this has turned out to be. Side headlock now, Jones. Front head chancery. 30 seconds to go in round 9. Well, he's still got the arm, so he can have a backhand laid on. Hammerlock with the feet there. 10 seconds. And Martin's not going to give from that, that's for sure. So, round 9, bell any second. Well, it's become even more tense, this bout, now that Marty Jones has got the equalizer. Marty, who had probably one of the finest amateur records in the business. He was a British Championship finalist at the age of 10, incidentally, beaten by a 16-year-old. How about that? So what a career he's had, amateur and pro.
Seconds away, round 10.
6 rounds to go as we start round 10. 1 fall each. And Jones just checking up with the timekeeper how many rounds to go. Can Kaz do it? He's been so near on a couple of occasions, especially at the end of round 7. Very nearly got a 2-0 win from that moment. And Marty Jones has had a couple of near ones since. Ken Joyce refereeing it superbly, as usual, but hasn't had to give out a warning yet. Just a couple of reminders. Crotch hold, slam, no follow. There's the late follow, a bit too late. That certainly is not allowed. Ken Joyce will never allow that. You broke the hold, you stopped the move, you must not restart until your man is up off the deck. Oh, real forearm uppercut there, real beauty at a second. Now, has that weakened Kaz Martin? Nothing weakens this man. Again, the trip, and this is how the other double... Oh, double leg Nelson, but his head goes through the ropes. Unfortunate for Kaz Martin again. Reaching for the crotch hold, but it's Marty Jones holds him down and the shoulder blades are down. This could be it. It's it. Oh, what a beautiful move there. And Marty now happy. He's made it in 1 minute, 24 seconds of round 10. Marty Jones gets the winning fall, 2-1. What a magnificent contest. And there goes the belt. Ken Joyce putting it back round the waist of the champion, Marty Jones, who still retains the world mid-heavyweight title. And that's the belt that goes with it. But what a magnificent effort. And he knows it by his opponent, Caswell Martin. And with that win for Marty Jones over Caswell, 2-1 in the 10th. It's goodbye from all of us here at Colville Miners Welfare Center. Have a good week. Till next week.